through. And the Outlaws stop Excelsior, but not after a valiant push. With only 1 minute and 18 seconds in that time bank, getting near point B, not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. I mean, New York can definitely walk away very happy with that so far, because we still have a 4th round to go. But as soon as New York lost the support backline, that was it. That was the lethal blow, and so Houston were able to stop them there. But winnable. Jaws, it's very winnable. New York could actually take the lead in this series.
I said it at the top of the show, a lot of these matches and some of the weekends as a whole, where lower seeded teams face higher seeded teams, in this case Outlaws versus Excelsior. Excelsior, you can see their record on the screen right now, 1-9 versus Houston Outlaws 7-3. Like, you're like, well, you go into the day, you're like, okay, maybe a little bit 3 Overwatch, but not normally the case. In recent history, it's very much been a close affair through every single weekend. That was a godly flux from Pinky there. Both supports caught. Hypersphere accuracy looking good too. But yeah, it's been a much more of a close affair than what I think people have anticipated. And this happened week after week.
It has, and absolutely we need to be looking at New York Excelsior as the potential to get some upset here just because of how well they have continued to improve over this stage. I mean, I think looking at New York Excelsior and how they performed at the beginning of stage 1, you would not look at this and go, yeah, they could take some maps off the Outlaws, but here we are.
They only need to hold on for a minute. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Luckily, Power Block blocking 90% of that. Plus, he was getting healed, but without Power Block, you're pretty vulnerable. However, so is Pelican up in the air. It doesn't matter where you are. If you're in the skybox, Yaki's still killing. He's got 2. Pelican and Iris go down to the Genji, and now Flora chasing at the backline. Yaki is still alive. He's discorded, but Lastro and Piggy are so low. Yaki putting the team on his back right now.
Absolutely. I mean, you end up getting that beautiful orb of harmony, and you are about to make peace with what you are going to do here. Houston actually switching now. Piggy wants a little bit more aggro, going to the Doomfist here.
Got to make something work. Outlaws have 20 seconds to go. Very little point presence, though, with the Doom Rose, and that's what I worry about. Cannon Jin still up on the high ground, just perma-boxing Yaki. You can see that harmony orb attached to him constantly, and like you said, if you got that, you're pretty golden. Iris goes down to a Flora headshot. Pelican trying to make space on the height, but Yaki's just not giving him any of it. There's the orb on him, but it don't matter. Oh, a little bag too. Give it to him. A nice double kill for the Genji. Maybe make that a triple. Deflect don't matter. Excelsior take the lead in the series, 2-1 as they defend Kings Row first.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. You can see, though, that New York Excelsior, they are still looking at the rest of this series as work to do, but Houston Outlaws, they kind of fumbled that one. I'm not expecting that coming out from this type of team, but we do have more maps in the series, and one thing's for sure, this next map is going to be the ultimate showdown.
Although Pelican is not too far behind either, so both like Genji players currently are top of the boards. Pelican with 35 final blows, so only a couple really separates them right now. But I feel like Yaki is getting a lot more, it's like, whoa, Yaki show, because it's like Blades, it's Genji getting resets and stuff like that, but still, Flora's putting in a ton of work too. But with Dante coming in, you know Outlaws are going to go aggro. A little less when Piggy's in the roster because they want to play around that Sigma shield, but with Dante, you know what you're getting.
Oh, for sure. And so this is something that New York can maybe adjust to going into this particular map. It felt like they got a little caught off guard by it and let Houston kind of run away with things on New Queen Street, but it was still pretty close. It was Doomfist versus Doomfist then. We're looking at the same thing now. And so this map may be closer than what people expect it to be.
Oh, look at that. Much quicker rollout for Dante there. You saw on the overhead. Reach that high ground super quick. That's really pivotal too, yeah. That's just a rollout diff from Dante over Kellen.
That's gonna net Houston Outlaws the points already. Like, New York Excelsior have to back off from this, try to go again, and that gives so much advantage to Houston to just set up. I mean, look at Merritt right now. Woohoo!
Yeah, nice headshot. Alrighty. Yeah, if you don't get to the point first, that Doom has control of the high ground, especially with the environmentals, can be quite tough to get out of that doorway, because then you just get punched off, or Sojourn, and Echo, so much spam in a small corridor. So yeah, Outlaws claim first point.
We do. And we're looking at kind of a couple of things that are matched across the board, really. I mean, Merit is definitely putting in a little bit more damage overall, but everywhere else we're kind of evenly matched. We just got to see kill confirms here for New York.
See ya. I wondered if she fell off. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yes, she did. Merit is gone. Kind of with a nice little seismic slam into punch combo. And you can get away from that with the slide, but Merit wasn't quite quick enough. Almost a flip for the New York Excelsior now. Lastro dueling with Flora on that Tracer. Flora had to back all the way up, and now Dante can just juggle. He's got so much pocket from the Outlaws backline, and now he's even got the Nano straight into the backline of the Excelsior now, with a nice couple of kills on to Kellen and Gangnam Jin. Myunbong don't stand a chance to make that a triple for Dante.
Yeah, I mean, with the way that Dante is just kind of setting the pace for these team fights, Houston is earning every single percentage that they are getting on the board right now. In fact, by the time that New York Excelsior actually come back into this one, we're starting to approach that one-fight territory here for Houston to be able to clutch this out. And they're coming up on some really impactful ultimates with the duplicate, the meteor strike. Dante can play even more aggressively here.
Pulse. Oh, Myunbong, goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye. He was on his own completely. The rest of the team were just nowhere to be found. Kellen just trying to do a little jig there, a little dance to try and get away from Pelican's beam. But, I mean, the Outlaws just blow away the Excelsior. This round is an absolute wash right now. Flora is in the back with a pulse bomb, and Myunbong does have Nano, so you can get back in time to try and find something. What?
That wasn't even a
That wasn't even a connect. Okay, Iris does fall to the Flora pulse bomb, but a Transcendence is going to keep the Outlaws in this. Well, we lost the Ana. Let me just dupe into one. A quick nade from Pelican's duplication is going to be good. He does get killed, or the copy gets killed, but it don't matter. Outlaws, clean wipe on Excelsior there.
New York Excelsior to have to respond, and one of the reasons why they were able to win those two previous maps and be our leaders in the series so far is that they were doing that, right? The Sigma plays slower, Kellen able to play a little more aggressively, but the Doomfist versus Doomfist, it went in the way of the Houston Outlaws before, and that round definitely a testament to how Dante wants to play this is with a ton of aggression. Let's watch the pulse bomb, though.
This was the floor pulse.
Oh, you jumped!
Oh, Iris is already midair. Oh, I mean, that's just sad. That is sad. I feel like that's happened way too many times to myself, more than I can count. You've already got momentum going one way, and you can't shift momentum going the other way. You can slightly, but not enough, yeah. Unfortunate, but that's just how it goes. That's how it be. That's how it do. All right, the Outlaws again. Although this time actually a little bit slower to the back line. Not to the mid, even. Rollout not quite as successful. Outlaws lose their backline very quickly. Wow, that was as quick as you like, really.
Wait, hey, look at this. Yaki and Pelican traded places.
Aggression. Oh.
We've got Yaki Echo and Pelican Genji this time. Oh, that's fun. I like it. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what you want to play with the Doomfist. We saw how Pelican was able to use the Echo in order to confirm a lot of the eliminations with the focusing beam, and so Yaki's kind of starting to do that too, but Pelican now switching over to the Tracer to try to get those duels with Flora, but at this point, New York have control of the map so far, and that means control of these health packs.
Yeah, it's definitely going to serve a whole lot of good for the DPS, the Excelsior. Not quite for Yaki though, no health back on there. However, sleep on to Pelican, instant kill. Gangnam Jin is going to get saved. Oh, that was close. Dante just dicing with death a little bit there. Discorded. Didn't have that power block available to him, but the Outlaws do manage to find that flip.
Now they can keep control of this one as well, but New York Excelsior are coming up on ultimates first. Yeah.
We're just that 90% damage resistant. I mean, the beam does a fair bit of work. Good stick by Flora. Nice sleep, however. That was an unreal sleep from Iris. as he was going down, lobs it out, manages to connect with Flora. He falls. Nano boost onto Gangnam Jin, who's on the sidelines, but the Outlaws can still juggle this point throws. Especially with Yaki going down, they're not going to lose this. Absolutely not. Especially with Pelican and Dante on the point. Pulse bomb available. And now the backline, the Excelsior, feeling the wrath of the Outlaws as they continue to hold.
Yeah, I mean, look at that too. Iris is going to be able to get back in to get LOS on the rest of the Houston Outlaws that are still defending the point to keep them alive. And so just like that, Houston Outlaws changing the tide of this battle again.
Man.
They got to go again. New York's got to reset.
Yeah, what a stick from Pelican. Yeah, just one more fight. Go again. 60% in building. A couple of fights in the tank for Excelsior. Pelican in the 1v1 versus Flora. Doesn't want to die, so backs off.
I think Houston have this, though. I mean, look at the ultimates that they have and just the sustain. Dante once again with the Meteor Strike. Is this going to be a confirm?
Nicely. Power block used. Beam straight through it as Dante falls. Excelsior trying to take control of that mega health pack. Lastro was just alone, just like me in a school disco, alone and awkward in the corner. Merit with a nice double kill onto the backline of the Excelsior, but it doesn't seem to matter all too much. Yaki has the dupe if he really needs to use it as they try and cap the point. It's only Pelican to really touch now. Merit has used that power slide already. And meet the disintegrating beam of Yaki, a pulse bomb to end Dante's life. And now with only one fight to go, the Outlaws can send us to a map number 5, 97% versus 50 in building.
Houston looking at the pulse bomb from Pelican. Good to go after somebody in the back line, but if that target is Gangnam Jin, then you've got the Transcendence you can force out and then go in with something like the Overclock. So Houston have tools to engage and sustain.
Transcendence, dupe, Meteor Strike, everything thrown in from Excelsior. They want to win the fight, and they best do it, because they've invested everything. Yaki showing his sick healing flicks on the Ana. Is he going to be able to get a nano? 2 seconds to go. Someone get healed. Okay, there we go. Applies the nano to Flora. However, when the dupe does run out, the nano also fades away, but not before he can get the kill on to Lastro. 83% for Excelsior. They threw everything in that fight. They've got a nano and maybe a pulse for last now.
That could be enough, but Merit still has the overclock to use. We have seen the impact of this ultimate with this player.
Merit, one of the best sojourns in the league. He's trying to find Flora. He's giving them the whoop. Oh my god, his face just melted. Another one. Oh, just keep giving it to him. Another one. Merit, that's 3. Go on, just power slide right into his face. Let's get 4, please. Nope, doesn't want to go for it. Outlaws end up taking the map and taking us to game number 5.
Wow, a 5-map series. Who thought we would be here, Jaws? New York, of course, was leading the charge just a little bit, but Houston evening the score, and then, oh my gosh, another push map to end it all. Comes down to this, Jaws.
All comes down to this. Can Outlaws close this one out, or could New York claim their 2nd win of 2022? Ideally, you don't want to be the team on the other end of that is for sure. Very quick rollouts to the mid portion of the map. Not where the bot is, but where that mega health pack is. Ooh. No random reflect kill. All good.
Okay, so no one falling just yet. Still waiting for that first blood to be drawn. But as you posture for position, you're also looking for a key opening. Yaki not finding it quite yet.
Yeah, not quite. Although that railgun got reflected, could have been a very different story. You reflect the disruptor shot too, mind you. That's rather frustrating. If you're the Sojourn, you get a disruptor shot thrown at your face.
Not the greatest, but look at this. You know, kind of still waiting in the neutral here for just... Oh, well, just kidding.
The neutral, Dante was on the wrong side of the map there. Couldn't get healed. Yaki finished him off with a quick blade. There is, or a quick dash, I should say, not the blade. Gangnam Jin and Yaki, name a better duo on the flank. Woohoo! Didn't expect that, did you, Iris? Outlaws now forced all the way back to spawn. Excelsior win the first fight, and Yaki's got a blade already. In fact, has forced Pelican to switch Rose straight onto the Echo.
Yeah, I like the Echo look though from Pelican just because I think you're going to have a little bit more value. You know, the focusing beam has been really powerful to just be able to confirm some of these picks. And right now, you're really hoping for anything to be able to deal with what New York Excelsior is throwing at you.
Yeah, Pelican has been killing Kellen over and over again with that beam. It's been kind of annoying. Nano, Blade, straight to the backline. Iris had no chance. Maybe they, maybe not, maybe not. And Nano onto Lastro. They're doing a trading support for a DPS, but the Excelsior still managed to gain a whole lot of ground. Excelsior can stand tall too. Ganajin does have the Transcendence coming up. Keller with the old Flora as well, so it could be a nice little three-piece. And in fact, Flora gets the better of Merit. A Transcendence for both sides have been used, but Ganajin using his one a little bit later on. Overclock looking to the skies, can't quite find the double tap onto Pelican. But the Outlaws still scurrying for cover as Ganajin once again on the flank, but he's going to be good. The rest of his team are going to join him, and the Houston Outlaws forced all the way back again.
They are, but look at this. If you can stagger Lastro here, that could be really, really big to just be able to get past the bridge. That's always been a tough spot for these teams.
Ganajin and Pelican trading once again. Like, I mean, it's just trade after trade after trade, right? You're looking at a car boot sale at this point. New York Excelsior still with good control of the bot, but it is just a brawl right now. Yaki recalling to his death. Finally, the scales have been tipped in favor of the Outlaws.
Outlaws need to get a little bit more meterage to be able to catch up, though. New York do have a lead, but also they're not giving up any ground yet, Jaws. New York Excelsior still here very strong, using these high grounds.
Wow, what a punt, what an engagement from Dante. That looked way too far for him to guarantee a kill, but takes care of Miyaport quite easily. Charged out railgun shot, Ganajin's history, and Dante now flying up to the spawn doors almost.
You have to. You absolutely have to. This is the hardest point on the map right now that these attacking teams need to get through. If you allow this defense to set up on the bridge, you may not be able to make it past.
Kellen jump into the backline, already going pretty low, and Ganajin ends up going down. Who's the backline? Well, it's Pelican. There's the dupe. Honorable 1v1 as Diana. Does get killed out of the dupe, but it don't matter. Support's already dead. A one-man wrecking crew is Pelican right now. The Outlaws, they should be able to get the checkpoint by the looks of it. Dante chasing Flora all the way back, and Excelsior in a troubling situation.
Are looking like they're going to struggle a little bit here. I mean, hey, Yaki is here, but not before the point gets captured. Houston just unlocked those closer spawns.
Pretty good. Lastro under no pressure whatsoever. Excelsior struggling to get out of the spawn doors right now. Kellen's found himself out there, but unfortunately, sent right back. It's free postage. Outlaws just pushing on through. I mean, this is their map, really. This is Pelicans, more specifically. However, Yaki does find 2 kills, maybe a third, not quite, 2 HP, and going to survive. Dante willing to take the 1v1s. Got all the backup in the world, is pretty low. Can he get away? 24 HP. He does indeed.
Wow, getting the Mega just in time as well to keep himself up and alive.
Oh, wow, Kellen. Oh, has to use that ult to get away. That really sucks for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay, though. I think that well, at least it gets you back to the bot faster to get back into the front line. Well, I'm trying to find the silver lining here. It didn't look great. But now, at least New York Excelsior can look at the overclock. They can look at the pulse bomb. Yaki has been getting some pretty big sticks and is already behind the Outlaws.
Trying to end it. However, Lashro with the Transcendence. A bit harder now to get those railgun shots or the double shots off, but he still manages to do it. Iris falls and a late Transcendence from Excelsior. Ganajin has been so clean with these ultimates, making sure that the enemy Trans is running out and then he bops his. Shifting the tempo in their favor. Excelsior now pushing at this first checkpoint.
They want to be able to catch up. They're not too far behind the Houston Outlaws. They are able to make it past this bridge, but now they've got to watch behind them for where Houston is going to be trying to defend this from.
All right, Merrick's got an overclock of his own. Excelsior have the Nano. So Nano onto Kellen, go for the engage on high ground, hope Yaki can clean up on the damage. Yaki's already in position, and there it is. Kellen up to height, Merit going pretty low, but Kellen unable to get past Dante. And with a punch missing and the Nano running out, he has to back up. Failed execution there onto the high ground for the Excelsior, leaves Yaki a little bit high and dry. He's still doing a fair bit of damage. Dante's got his back to him. The power block ain't going to protect you there. Overclock's still doing its work, but no kills, just space provided by the Outlaws.
I mean, at this point, though, Merit's overclock is run out. New York Excelsior hear that. They're just going to go ahead and take advantage.
Oh, what a stick! Oh, doesn't land though. Well, it lands, but it doesn't gain a kill. Yaki with a nice connection, but that's just about it. Now with the 4 meters to go before this checkpoint is unlocked, the Excelsior have to find kills. They managed to get 2 as Gangnam Jin once again comes up big. Yeah, give him a little kick. Get him out of it. Get him out of it. There you go. Checkpoint unlocked.
Gives you a lot more life in this game. They're going to be able to catch up to the progress that Houston Outlaws has made.
Blade into the bag. Oh, air kill onto Flora. Transcendence used a little bit later than what was planned, I can imagine. Flora ends up going down, but it don't matter. A nano boost onto Gangnam Jin forces the Transcendence from Lastro. Can they keep him alive? No, they cannot. The Excelsior have the lead. 2 minutes to go. The Outlaws need to make a stand on this bridge to regain control of the bot.
I don't know if they're going to be able to get that time, though. Look at this, though. Eurus is going to try. Okay, Myunbong falls. All right, Houston gonna be able to get control back, but we'll have to see if they're able to push it even further. New York Excelsior still have a minute and a half to get back into this one, regain control, and they do have the pulse bomb once again. Yaki has had some huge sticks in this map and looking for a big pick.
He got sussed, but Pelican looking a little bit more sussy going down. Myunbong with an easy kill. Maybe a triple shot in the air with the help of the Zen. There's only a meter separating New York and Outlaws right now, and New York have control of the bot. The Houston Outlaws have to go all the way back. A pulse bomb thrown out. Iris doesn't jump into one this time around. Yaki has to hit that recall. He's out of the fight for just a moment, but this is all New York right now. They just need to stall. Dante got nanoed. He's straight on top of Gangnam Jin, but has to use that power block fairly early. Even a meteor strike to get back to the back line, or maybe the front. He has to turn the tide somehow as Lastro ends up going down. Dante's gonna fall too. 44 seconds to go, and New York are in control.
Oh my god, yeah, Kellen with that huge pick onto Dante means that New York can just start blazing forward. They are creating a path. Joss, they see the finish line. Is Iris gonna get sussed out?
He's not making a single whisper. This nade has to be big. He knows one of them's low. The nade onto Gangnam Jin does result in a kill. Pelican follows up quite easily, but now the defense for the New York Excelsior. Kellen wasn't quite quick enough. Iris hiding away in the vents. New York didn't quite get there in time to save their supports. And now the Outlaws in control of the bot as overtime approaches.
But that's it though, right? New York Excelsior, they still have tools to come back into this match with. You've got the meteor strike, you've got the nano that could save somebody as Merit is about to pop this overclock.
Okay, Kellen's there. The bot was going to move so quickly towards that golden line of victory. Kellen and the rest of the gang have made it. A nano boost onto Kellen could be it. There it is. Straight to the back line. Lastro in a little bit of trouble, but Kellen turns his sights towards Iris. Iris falls over, and Flora holding down the payload on his own. They may have traded, but healers are a miss for the Outlaws. The Transcendence is the only thing that's going to keep them alive in this fight now as Kellen jostles over point on... What? The way Yaki goes down to a headshot there. Head in hands. Yaki with the pulse bomb could have ended it. A late Transcendence of Gangnam Jin is going to be good. Outlaws have been in this situation once before, and they might come up big once again. They do! Merit, Pelican, and Dante save the Outlaws from getting owned by the Excelsior. Once again, Qualifiers, second time around, managed to keep them in the series, take the dub away from Excelsior. They jump up in the air, and they should be happy with that one. Lastro in the chat, they know what they did. It could have been Excelsior's second map win or game win of this year, but Outlaws denied them at the very last moment.
Oh my goodness, the clutch factor of the Houston Outlaws right now. If you're a fan, I think you were jumping up and down just like the Outlaws were celebrating that final moment of victory. But we have to give commiserations to the New York Excelsior, Jaws. I feel like that is just due. They played an incredibly good match.